Good afternoon. I'm delighted to welcome the CEO founder of Netive, Patrick Tiessen, and the country manager for UK and Ireland, Tina Hook, to our next in the series of In the Frame interviews. I was saying earlier, it's unusual for us to interview two people at the same time. I'm normally used to a one-on-one kind of conversation. So I put that to the fact to Patrick that, you know, Netive like to be different. They are unique. And so this is very fitting that we're doing it this way. So for those folks out there, Patrick, who don't know you and don't know Netive, tell us briefly about you and your Netive journey, because as I say, you are the one of the founders of Netive. So give us a brief overview, please.
I can't tell you everything, but I can try, because it's already a long journey. It's a journey of already 21 years now.
Wow.
We started in 2003. And before I started or founded Netive, I worked with Kelly Services, staffing company, as an international IT manager. And at Kelly Services, we built the current application that we are delivering. And that's a vendor management system. But we did not know when we were building this at Kelly Services that we were working on a vendor management system. We were just automating a process over there. For one of the biggest customers of Kelly, it was a really big success at Kelly. We're really happy with that. And we also did that for one of the Dutch ministries, the national government. And that was also successful. And I had a team of, I think, 15 IT people over there. Was responsible for all kinds of things that for automation, but also for one of these big customers of Kelly. We automated the process for one of that big customers, and the relationship with that customers was also very good. And in 2002, I decided with two of the main developers, I thought, okay, and I also spoke to our customers during that time, and they said, okay, we are not really committed to Kelly only for this, because it's a staffing company, and for the automation, that's not something that they are primarily doing. And we started our own company and bought the application from Kelly. And that's what we did in 2003. And after 21 years now we're here. And we have in total around 300 customers, not only in the Netherlands, but also in Belgium, in Germany, and in the UK and Ireland. And with partners, we're in total with, I think, more than 30 other countries also. So that's what we're doing now.
And what was your vision in those early years? You know, when you pulled it together and started the company, what did you have in mind for Netive at that time?
I don't know if it's really a vision, but I was really more surprised because looking in general at the staffing and the recruitment industry, I was really surprised at the level of automation. And there was so much to do on that level. There was so many manual work, and that was not only with Kelly, but I think with other staffing companies also. So I was more like surprised, and I thought, okay, there is so much to do with, for example, orders, candidates, assignments, time registration, invoices. There was so much manual work in that, and so many things could go wrong. So I thought, okay, there's a big opportunity in doing this. So we were not focusing on we need to build a VMS. We were just doing the automation of a lot of processes, and the result now is a VMS.
Yes, and so the outputs originally were to make life easier for people and to avoid mistakes.
Yeah.
And so is that what changed, do you think, during that time? So you started out just seeing it as tackling an automation problem to make things faster, more efficient, more, better and easier for people. Did that change then during the 21 years of, as you've had so many iterations of the technology?
Yeah, I think there were some phases in the 21 years, because purely in the first years it was actually doing the automation of processes, but later on, for example, compliance was really important. I think cost cutting was also I think a topic that we invested time in a lot of years, and of course the war for talent was also really important. And what we see now, of course, things like AI and data, that changes also again the environment. And for us, that's maybe not really surprising, but I think what we also see is that with every new customer or partner that we get, is that integration to other systems is always a topic with every new case so that's why we also invested last year, and we did an acquisition specifically for this topic. So we can integrate better, because a VMS is never standalone. It's always integrated to other systems, and that's why we think there is a lot of there are still a lot of benefits on that topic that we can get, and that's why we're investing in that.
Fantastic. I'm just going to go to Tina for a moment. Tina, I believe you're still relatively new to Netive. I'm not quite sure how many months it is now, but what first attracted you to the organisation? Because if you don't mind me saying, you've been in the tech world for a little while.
So I think there was two key things that really stood out for me when I was looking to change companies. And the first thing, which is, really key, I think, it is the culture of Netive as a company, the way they treat their employees, but also their customers. And that stood out from the very start, from the whole interview process, where the focus is very much on a cultural fit. That the skills match obviously is extremely important, but it's not the biggest focus. You need to be able to work within Native's culture, as well as have that skills match. And that was really, really important to me. And in addition to that, it was the opportunity to make a difference again. The point of where Netive is with the UK and Ireland market, really that growth opportunity there, to be able to come in, to be able to build that UK team and be able to enhance and grow and develop the team, and together build out that UK structure, is a great opportunity to make that difference.
Fantastic. And you, as I said, you had a tech background. So what do you think makes Netive the technology partner of choice?
So for me, as you said, I've worked over the numerous years within the industry with lots of different VMSs, CRMs, ATSs. And I think what really stands out with Netive, it is the whole company drive, not just to provide a software solution, but the ability to enhance and develop the labour market. So everything the company does, it is very much driven collaboratively, working with our partners and our customers to consider every change and every development we do. Not only does it just provide a repeatable and efficient service, because obviously that's what we are doing as a business, but considering how that impact enhances the labour market. As Patrick mentioned earlier, I think that there's two key areas: AI, and we have some very passionate team members, and that passion really drives them to look at how can AI enhance the labour market, and through that drive additional functionality through our VMS. But secondly, again, a key differentiator linked again to integrations, is in my experience within the industry, the focus of integrations has always been on how does it enhance the functionality for the MSP, the hiring desk, and the end customer. Whereas we are driven a lot to focus not only on that, but how the integrations can enhance things for the suppliers. So I think that's an area that hasn't really been developed or focused on so much. And ultimately, by driving that efficiency for those particular suppliers, and that can be internal suppliers of the MSP, if they're direct sourcing, or their own suppliers that they're billing onto their portal. But it also then gives efficiencies through that to the end customer and the MSPs as well.
Yeah, because the whole purpose of outsourcing is that it's to give somebody else a problem that you don't want to have. You know, fundamentally, early days managed solutions, you know, to Patrick's earlier point, was first of all visibility, control, cost, and then the other compliance came in, you know, mitigating risk. But fundamentally, the end-to-end experience, whether that be for a candidate, for an end hiring manager, for a supplier into the program, is just to make it as easy as possible for everything that needs to happen in the process to work. Coming back to you, Patrick, I know that Netive as such, you know, you've had some, you know, recently some really recent exciting news, being recognised as a leader in the EMEA region in the Everest Group Peak Matrix, I think is the full term of what it's called. Can you tell us about that? You know, for those who don't know, what does it mean, and what does it mean for Netive and your customers?
For us, I think it's I think the good English term is it's the icing on the cake.
Fantastic.
For us, it feels like the icing on the cake, because it's a unique position to be in. We are being mentioned as one of the VMS leaders in the EMEA region. That's something that we are very proud of. And as a company, as Netive, we are 100% privately funded organization. When I compare this to our competitors, that is totally different. And that's why for us, it's really, I think we performed very well in being there in that top corner with companies like Fieldglass, SAP Fieldglass, and Beeline. For us, that's where we wanted to be, and that is actually being recognized now. We also see that now in our results, because companies are coming to us now, and it's not more that we have to go to all those companies, and that makes a really big difference for us. And I think it's also a compliment to our team, because in the last 21 years, we built so much functionality, features in our system. And I think for most of our clients, they don't know that we have these features also in there, because we were just building new things, but we did not invest a lot in marketing. And now we actually see with this report that it's more visible now.
Excellent. And I guess, Tina, you mentioned you've come in to really make a difference in that growth area, particularly in UK and Ireland. So I guess things like this accolade supports that opportunity for you to go and have some meaningful conversations.
Absolutely. You know, as Patrick said, it's really nice to receive the recognition from our customers and from the marketplace that they're seeing the benefits that we can provide. And absolutely, completely helps us to be able to go out there and expand even further, which is obviously the end goal and target to grow and develop the UK further.
Yeah, I myself, because I remember Netive when not when you founded, Patrick, in the Netherlands, but certainly when you started to look over the sea at UK market. You and I had very early conversations, and pretty much most people had never heard of Netive. So I think it's an outstanding achievement that now when I speak to members who are providing those managed solutions, everyone knows who Native is, you know, and that step change is massive. And as you highlighted, and very humbly, that you compete on the same playing field as people who are so established, like SAP, Fieldglass and Beeline. I think that in itself is a testament to you and the wider Native team in how far you've come.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it started, as you say, just as a way of what was the term you used? It was just initially Native, when you first started looking at it, it was just to look at process.
Yes.
Automation.
Yeah, automation. Purely automation.
Purely automation, and now you're a leader in the in that space. So fantastic. So I guess might be a little bit putting you on the spot, but apologies for this. Is there any clear plans you can share with us, Patrick, around what next? I know, as you've said, you've made an acquisition. It's, you know, the business is privately funded, which is very different in this market. Tech is one of those things, it continually evolves and changes. You have to keep moving. Is there anything, you know, you've got in mind, you know, next steps for Native?
I think is continue doing what we're doing. I think that's really important, and doing the delivery very well, because we have so many new customers now, and I think for us doing the delivery and showing that we're doing the things in the Native way, yeah, I think that is really important. And we're not going to expand to other countries directly, because I think this is already really big enough. I think we should be realistic also. Of course, we go with partners to other countries,
yeah,
but we are still keeping the focus on, in this case, the Netherlands, Belgium, Germany, and UK and Ireland.
Yeah.
And with partners, we go to other countries. And that is, for us, it's already a really big challenge.
Absolutely. And then maybe just another little question that might put you on the spot, Patrick. Native, where did that name come from?
I think then 22 years ago, when we thought about these names and how should we mention the company, but we didn't know a good name. It was because, yeah, we were just thinking about all kind of names, and we could not get a good name. So that's what we did, is we looked at the last of the first two letters of our last names. So that's the NE from Neddermeyer, the TI from Tiessen, and the VE from Vet.
Wow. Okay. That's like that, but it worked. It worked in the sense that, you know, it sounds fine. It's like, you know, I thought you were going to tell me that, you know, we always used to have a saying that when people went on site and embedded with a customer, they became native with the customer. And I was thinking the technology gets embedded so deep in the customer, it becomes native. That's what I've always thought it meant.
That's not true.
That's not true. No. But I now I understand. Thank you very much for sharing that. So I guess really all I'd like to add is, you know, Native are a trusted partner of APSCO Outsource and have been now for a couple of years. Our members enjoy that access and that networking opportunity, and also the support that Native have shown us over those couple of years. So we really appreciate that. So I just really like to thank both of you for your time this afternoon, for, you know, sharing just a little insight into the world at Native and your own journey, Patrick particularly, and Tina in your new role and expanding role. I wish you both all the very best, and thank you very much for your time this afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mel.